Okay, y'all, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your week 5, day number 1, lower body focused workout. Today we're utilizing just 2 dumbbells, a mini band at the end if you have one, and we are so close to the end. This is the second to last week of the Strong at Home series. I am so excited you're here and joining me today. This workout is only gonna take about 30 minutes. Again, you only need 2 dumbbells. A mini band at the very end is optional for just a glute finisher. But other than that, let's just get right into the warm up. Starting like always with a 5-minute warm up, start at the back of your mat, hinge your hips, walk all the way out to your hands. From here, send your hips back and up into a downward facing dog. And then forward, bring your right knee to right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Hips up and back into that high plank, right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Nice and slow to start out. We're getting right into some core warm-ups here, some mobility through your back, through your hips. Just making sure everything is nice and warm before we get started with the workout. Make sure to breathe. Last one right here. And now bring your right foot outside your right hand. Drop your back knee down to the ground. Send your hips back and then bringing your right toe up towards the sky and then back front. So you're going into this modified split here into a modified world's greatest stretch. Bringing your hips forward, stretching out your left hip flexor if that right leg is forward. And then when you send your hips back, you should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Since we're just getting started, don't overdo it on the stretching just yet. We're just trying to get some blood flow, trying to get some movement. It's okay if your knee stays bent during this. Just breathe through me. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Meet me back in that high plank position. Switch out your feet, left leg forward, right knee comes down to the ground. Send your hips back, lifting your left toe up and forward. Just rocking back and forth as fluidly as you can. Generating some blood flow through those legs. Opening up your right hip flexor here. I cannot believe we're almost done with the series. Today's workouts are gonna be pretty fun, in my opinion. It's a little bit different, at least for the timing wise, how we set up the workout wise. And it's gonna keep these interesting, especially towards the end. We have a little surprise for you. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Meet me in that high plank. Walk your hands back into your feet. From here, start to bring your heels up towards your glutes. Again, not really stretching here, just working blood flow, opening up your knees, your quads, activating your hamstrings by pulling your heels up towards your booty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice body weight squats here. Down and up. You don't need to come up all the way up and squeeze your glutes to the top or hyperextend your hips. Just going straight down and stand. Down and stand. So, Strong at Home. We've been here for 5 weeks now, almost 5 weeks. You know the drill. It's lifting a little bit heavier than you're used to, getting a little bit tougher than maybe when you started, and nice and quick and effective workouts. That's 3, 2, 1, reverse lunge. Same thing, tap down and stand. Alternating right and left leg every single time. Make sure to breathe. Start to reach up overhead as you tap that back knee down. Last 3, 2, 1. There's a few more moves left in the warm-up. Bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your low back. Hinge your hips, pausing at the bottom where your back is nice and neutral. Belly button pulled up and in towards your spine. You're feeling that stretch through your hamstrings and through your lower glutes. And then bring it back up. Hips back, shut the door behind you, and squeeze. Again, in an RDL, in any sort of deadlift, you don't wanna hyperextend your hips up and forward. Think up towards the ceiling when you come up from that move. 3, 2, 1. And last little bit to activate our core. Meet me in a high plank. We're gonna be here for about 30 seconds. Bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders, hips tucked underneath your body. Squeeze your quads, glutes, shoulders pulled back and down, chin up off your chest. And now for the last 10 seconds, I want you to try to ripple your mat. Bring your hands toward your toes, toes up toward your hands. Push, 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 push. 3, 2, 1, and done. You should feel a little bit warm. You should feel prepped for the workout. If you're not, pause the video, do a little bit more stretching, get it going. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk you through what's ahead. So the workout ahead, there are 6 exercises, but we're breaking things up into an A-B movement pattern. So round 1, exercise A and B, we're gonna repeat each of those 4 times. So a total of 8 rounds or 8-minute set, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Exercise A is a goblet squat. So grabbing one weight, holding it at your chest, squatting down, squatting up. If the weight's too much, just drop it, go into body weight squats. Movement number 2 is an RDL. So you can either use one weight in the center or 2 weights right beside you, RDL back and up. After that RDL, you're going back into the goblet squats, repeating those exercises again for an 8-minute round. We're gonna take about a 60-second break. We'll go into exercise round 2, 2A, 2B, forward to lateral lunge, okay? So you're gonna work on one side of your mat. From here, if I'm going to the right-hand side with my lateral lunge, my right foot is going to go forward. So I go into a forward lunge, back through center, lateral lunge, back up. Again, same thing, other side. B is just gonna be the opposite leg. Forward lunge, center, lateral, up. Rest, final round is gonna be another AB exercise. We're going into a kickstand RDL. So we're really utilizing that single side leg movement. In the kickstand, just like in a regular RDL, feet are just underneath your hips distance here, but then from the side, you're just gonna kick one foot back into that kickstand position. So legs stay neutral, parallel, underneath the hips, and your foot kicks back. So I don't want you to balance on a tightrope. Keep everything nice and strong here and stable. Just a light tap on that back toe, 2 weights, hips go back just like in that RDL pattern, and they come right back up. One side left, even side right. Odd side left, even side right. So we'll get there when we get there, but I just wanted to go through all the movements so you guys know what's ahead, and then I'm gonna save the surprise for the surprise at the end. Let's do it. Round number 1, we're gonna get started with the goblet squat. So grab your weight, you're gonna hold it at your chest, shoulders pinched together, and we're gonna work for 45 seconds. Nice strong stance in your feet, and let's go. Toes slightly pointed out here. That's gonna help give your hips some room as you squat down and keep your chest up. It's gonna help keep your core engaged, keep the work in your legs and out of your back. Squat and push. Make sure to breathe during this. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. Nice, strong stance, less than 10 seconds. Drive, squeeze, and rest. Grabbing onto that second dumbbell, we're going into our RDLs. So it's our B exercise, working our posterior glutes, mainly emphasizing those hamstrings. Shoulders pinched together, feet under your hips, send them straight back, and then pull everything up. In all of these exercises, I want you to really focus on slow and controlled reps, but also oftentimes I see people coming up and squeezing and pushing their hips forward. And you don't need to do that. It actually takes a lot of the work out of your glutes, but puts it into your low back. And we're not trying to work your low back right now. So just squeezing up and in and stopping when you're straight up and down is the key. Drag those weights. Stay strong. Rest. Whew. So 1 full round done, 3 rounds to go just like that, and then we'll take a major break. Going back to the goblet squat. Grab onto that weight and let's go. In this first round, we're really utilizing the push-pull mechanics here. So in your push, in that squat pattern, working mainly your quads, but also your glutes, your back, your core by holding that weight at your chest. And then in the pull position, working really into your posterior, so your back, your hamstrings, really just hitting your legs from all angles is kind of the goal here. Take your time, make every rep count. Rest. Awesome job. Whew. Already adding up. Big inhale, big exhale. Grab onto those weights, back to your RDL. Let's go. This workout is not about lifting as heavy as you possibly can. None of these workouts, as far as the Strong at Home series goes, is. So with those semi-lighter weights, I wouldn't say they're too light, depending on what you have access to, but really if you focus on slowing things down and connecting to the muscles you're working, you'll get a ton of benefit out of the exercise. Plus, there's also shorter rest periods. If you're lifting, 1 rep maxes, you're gonna need more than 15 seconds to rest. Rest. 2 down, 2 to go. It's getting nice and toasty now. Big inhale, grab that weight. This is a really good time to assess if you need to go a little bit heavier, if you need to go lighter, or if you're good right where you're at. In that goblet squat, you really should start to feel it in your back. Just a little bit, well, not really, just a little bit, because that weight is up by your chest. So your core is working really hard to keep your back upright, to keep your chest upright, which is fantastic. If you do feel any pain though, drop the weight, either go lighter or no weight. Drive those heels. Rest. Ooh. Over halfway with the first round. Don't you forget, we got more. We'll have a nice break on the end of this. Hips back, shut the drawer behind you, and pull up. Keep those weights gliding against your legs as you drag them down, stopping right below your knees, and then pulling right back up. Hinge, 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 push your hips back, and squeeze to the top. Still driving through your heels to lift, but utilizing the strength of your hamstrings now to pull the weights back up. Stay strong, breathe through it, and rest. Final set of exercises for round 1. We don't touch them or look at them or do them again for the workout. So make this round count, 45 seconds here. Let's go. If you're gonna make it a little bit more challenging, go ahead and pause at the bottom of that rep in that working set. Pause, push out on those knees and drive. Keep it up, 20 seconds. We got this. Keep it up, keep it up. Less than 10. Core strong, chest tall. Rest. Whew. Final RDL. Big inhale and exhale. And let's go, feet underneath those hips. This is week number 5 out of 6 of the program. I hope that you're feeling stronger, maybe lifting a little bit heavier, or just moving better. Sometimes it just takes the consistency of working out, even if you're not lifting more weights, to get really comfortable with movement, with pushing heavy. Because when I say heavy, I mean that is a very broad term. It's heavy is different for everybody. So work whatever you see fit, however you see fit, and just break a little sweat. And rest. Awesome job, y'all. I'm gonna rack my weights because I'm gonna go a little bit lighter for the next round. They are gonna be our lateral lunge to forward lunge. You can either A, hold on to dumbbells by your side, which is what I'm gonna do, or you can hold it on goblet style at your chest if you wanna do that instead. If you only have one dumbbell, you can also use that as well. Just go out to the side and then out front. Whichever leg is moving, the opposite arm is gonna hold that weight. So if my left leg is going out, my right arm is gonna hold on to the weight. It just works better with your body and how it's moving. So starting on one side of the mat, facing forward, chest proud, core tight, making sure you do those 2 90-degree bends in your knees as you go into that lunge. We're going in about 5 seconds, round number 2. A-B exercise, and let's go. Lunge forward and out to the side. Oh yeah. Lunge forward and out to the side. And that forward lunge, hinging at your hips just slightly forward, bringing your chest maybe 1 or 2 inches out in front to emphasize the glute engagement. Dropping that back knee, just a light tap to the ground. And then in that lateral lunge, keeping your hip, knee, foot all in one line. So don't reach out too far. You're gonna get out of alignment. Rest. Swap to the other side of the mat. Drop your weights. So what I mean by that is lateral, foot, knee, hip, all in one line versus facing outward here. And let's go. Nice and slow and controlled. I love working multiple planes of motion when it comes to any exercise, upper body, lower body, whatever it may be. But if you can feel it, in that lateral lunge, you're really utilizing the side of your glute and that inner thigh, versus the forward lunge, you're working into that quad and that glute max. Take your time, move with it, stay strong. Rest. Whew, 1 down, 3 to go. I always say it, but it's always true. These are gonna go by really, really fast. So make the most out of them. Let's go. Feel like these lateral lunges, we don't do enough of them, right? Like, it's a very unpopular exercise, but I'm here to make it popular again because they are so good for the sides and the inner thighs. And they really can help you work on mobility, and they can really actually help strengthen your more typical exercises like squats and lunges, because it's those other muscles that unfortunately get forgotten sometimes. And rest. I mean, if you think about it, your whole body is covered in muscles and other things. But if you're only working one way, then you're only working a certain set of muscles. And I want to work all of them. That's what we're here to do. Sit back, push through that leg. These unilateral exercises are great to figure out imbalances. If you have a stronger side, which we pretty much all do, and help strengthen both sides without compromising anything. 10 seconds, come on. Sit back, push. Rest. Whew. 2 rounds down, 2 to go. Oh, my leggies are feeling it. Keep it up, y'all. Lower body day used to be my least favorite because it requires like a lot more energy to get through them, but quickly becoming one of my favorites, especially when you add in fun exercises, changing things up, not making it so boring, you know? Last 10. Side and front. Rest. Oh, I'm feeling after this one, I can tell you already. Breathe between sets, shake things out. We're right back on, here we go. Try to sink as low as you can in that lateral lunge without completely dropping your chest down to the ground. It's okay to have that slight hinge, but the moment you do that, you kind of lose the work in your leg. And it's lower body day. So we want to keep the work in our legs. Last 5. Rest. All right, y'all. One more time each side, and then we move on to the final round. Grab those weights, grip them tight, shoulders pinned back, and we're on. If you can see me in the camera right now, when I go inside my forward lunge, my legs stay hips distance apart. So I want you to do the same thing. Pay attention to your form, even when you get tired, especially when you get tired. Come on, y'all. Last 10. We got this. Rest. Woo. Final time on this side. And what is that? We move on, okay? Let's do this thing. Breathe through it. Push with those legs. Sounds like a silly cue, but the more you think about it, the harder it makes that exercise, which is exactly what we want. With only 30 minutes, in this case, like 25 minutes, you wanna make the most out of every rep. Slow, controlled. 10 seconds, that's it, come on. And rest. Great job, y'all. We have one more AB set. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning, we do have a little glute finisher surprise, but I will not get to that just yet. We'll stay focused on the task at hand. In this kickstand RDL, just like I demoed in the beginning, instead of feet side by side parallel, you're just gonna kick one foot back, prop your toe, lift your heel, and then send your hips back from there. So hips are on one long line the whole time, even with that back foot kicked back. So that's why you don't need to lean back here. Keep everything in that working leg. You can either hold onto 2 weights or 1 weight in your hand. Totally up to you. All right, 10 seconds here. Grabbing onto those weights. Taking one last big inhale. Exhale, and let's go. Still stretching through that glute. Driving through your heel. Squeezing that butt cheek, feeling the stretch in that hamstring. Again, when you come up, you're not shooting your hips forward, hyperextending through your hips, putting a lot of strain in your low back, keeping everything nice and upright here. Feel that stretch, feel that squeeze. Walk those shoulder blades in. Drag those weights. Rest. Whew. Same thing other side. I love unilateral exercises. I really do. They're like the best. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. You really can feel which side is maybe a little bit stronger than the other. Maybe you're more tight in one side than the other. Take note of all these things. And then after we're done today, I want you to focus on you doing some mobility, recovering, so you can make them equal as best you can. Drag, push, 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 hips back, and drive. Hips back, push, 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 and drive. Rest. Oy, oy, oy. The sweat is coming down, let me tell you. In 5, 1 round down, 3 rounds to go. Let's go. I am extremely quad dominant. Where are my quad dominant cuties out there? You know you are. So these kinds of exercises that are Romanian deadlifts versus conventional deadlifts even, really emphasize the hamstring and isolate that muscle. Because again, we're working 360 around these legs. Not just trying to grow booty or quads or calves. We're looking to be well-rounded, well-balanced, and just strong. And rest. Those are the best. I think these are my favorite exercise. I don't know. You let me know which one your favorite, which rounds of the day are your favorite. Kickstand, hips back. I'm always curious to hear what you guys think of the workouts. So make sure to comment down below. Not now. Don't you dare stop working out right now. Comment down below after. Or at least shoot me a little thumbs up. Squeeze. Almost there. Less than 15 seconds. Breathe. Rest. Ooh. 2 more rounds. Great job, y'all. Flying through this set today, flying through it. Back to that starting leg. Prop that toe. A really good way to amplify this exercise. The next step would be to prop your foot up on a bench or the wall, or go into a single leg deadlift without that kickstand. But I will say, if you're feeling this, you don't need to advance it. You don't always need to take the more advanced option to really feel the movement and get the most out of it. Sometimes all you need is to slow it down and focus on every second of that move. Rest. Big inhale. Exhale. Clap it up. Hit your booty. Let's go. I mean, some days too, my balance is not, it ain't great. So having this kickstand really helps you focus more on the muscles in your glute and your hamstring rather than focusing on balancing. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. We are so close to the end of this workout. Stick with me. Less than 10. Rest. Final time on each side, and then we have our surprise at the end. Well, I guess it's not really a surprise now, I'm kind of rooting it, but you have no idea what's coming. Let's go. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Hips go back, stopping those weights right below the kneecap. Keep your back flat, belly button in, pull towards your spine. Core is always on. Always on, always active. Less than 15. Come on. Give me 1, maybe 2 more good reps. Keep it up, keep it up. Rest. Great job, y'all. Final leg. Final leg. Roll your shoulders back, shake it out. We're on in 3, 2, and 1. And out. Come on, come on. Work for me, legs. Work for me, y'all. Stretch and push. Stretch and push. 20 seconds, that's it. In 10 seconds, keep it up. Come on, last 3, last 2, 1, and done. Oh, great work, y'all. Towel off, grab some water. If you have a mini band, make sure you have that. Otherwise, you can totally do it without it. Let's get into the finisher. Grabbing onto your mini band if you have it. If you do not, no worries. But if you do, grab it and put it up and around your legs, just above your knees. Lay back, and we're gonna start in a glute bridge, going up and down, lightly tapping the ground in 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up, push out in the band, tap, push, tap. So we're gonna be here for 30 seconds, and then with no rest, transitioning to a 30-second outward pulse on that band at the top, finally into a 30-second isometric hold at the very top of this move. It's gonna burn like freaking crazy, y'all. So gear up, nice and slow, heels in that 90-degree bend, and hold it up, squeeze out in that band. 1 little baby inch is all you need. Pulls out and out. Keep your hips lifted, out, out, push, push. Nice, y'all. If you need to hold onto your butt to feel this a little bit more, engage through those glutes, drive through your heels. You're here for less than 10, and then we just isolate it and hold at the top. And hold. Push out on that band, Push up with those hips, drive through those heels. After this isometric hold, we're doing it all again. Thank me later for those nice juicy booties. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Going back in a full range glute bridge in 3, 2, 1, push. Oh my freaking gosh. Tap, push, tap, push. If the band becomes too much, you feel like you're compromising your form, ditch the band. Push, squeeze. Try to keep it out of your low back by tucking your hips up and in as you push those hips up to the sky. Holding at the top right here, 30 seconds, push out on that band. Little baby pulses out on the band. Hips stay lifted. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Push. Burns, but it's gonna be over before we know it. Come on. Come on, last 5. Isolate at the top. Last 30 seconds right here. And hold. 30 seconds, I need you, come on. Make it a little bit tougher, lift your arms up to the sky. Push those heels, drive those hips up, squeeze your glutes, push out on that band. Come on, 15 seconds. We're in this together. Hold it, isolate it, shake, shake, shake. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my gosh. Ditch the band. Roll over into a little hurdle or a little cradle position. Just kidding. We're gonna stretch a little bit. So let's cool down. Start by opening up those glutes. So I want you to stay seated position. Bring your right heel over your left knee, and then just try to push that right knee out and away from you. Open up that glute. Oh, this feels great. Inhale, exhale. Same thing other side. Lift your hips up, left knee or left foot to your right knee. Push out on that left knee away from you. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, breathe into that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. One more stretch for those hips just to open things up. We're gonna go into our 90-90 here. So sitting up nice and tall, 90-degree bend in both of your legs. If you wanna modify it, lean back into the stretch and just rotate both knees up and over to the other side. If you wanna make it a little bit more advanced, ditch the hands behind you and try to do it staying upright, nice and controlled here. But depending on your mobility, your flexibility, what your body can do, both are totally fine. You just need to pick whatever works best for you. Oh, my hips are tight, baby. Last rotation here. Last 3, 2, and done. Oh, great job. Thank you for joining me for another amazing lower body workout. If you liked the workout, make sure to like this video. Please let me know in the comments what you loved about the workout, which move was your favorite, which area of your glutes you're feeling it the most, or your legs. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel to support me, see more videos coming out, and also on Instagram at Spin City. I will see you for the next workout, upper body day, and we're gonna close out week number 5, going to week number 6 very soon. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.